Okay, welcome to YACS. This is going to be a very brief run through of a tool that you're going to love. We're going to talk about it more during the webinars, and you'll definitely be using it independently when you build your schedule for the fall. I will say before we even get started that right now, as I'm recording this video, our current students have just registered for their fall classes, and YACS is in the middle of being updated for you guys coming in a couple weeks. So it might look a little bit different at the moment to when you go to use it later, but the concept will be exactly the same, so no worries there. All right. So when we look at YACS, we can already see the breakdown of all the classes, right? So we got our School of Humanities, Arts and Sciences, we've got our School of Science, School of Engineering. One way that you can search for the classes is you're building your schedule. So just to start out, we all know that you're going to be taking a gen ed course this fall semester, right, with our Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences in our fall semester. Most likely, we're going to be taking an IHSS course, Interdisciplinary Haas. So let's click there and kind of see all those options. Right off the bat, we see Exploring Music at Rensselaer, Nature and Society, Minds and Machines. These are actually three really popular classes with our incoming students. If you look through, you'll see that there are quite a few options, so it's kind of picking something that sounds interesting to you. Our Humans Rational is another very popular course, and if we take a quick peek here, we can kind of start to see some important information. So we're in section 1 there. This is a number you need to register. So it's called a CRN, or a course registration number. This is the faculty. Ignore the seat number right now. Like I said, it's in a weird state of flux between registration periods. But we can also see, that this class is Mondays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 p.m. So I'm going to click on this class. If we click on schedule, we'll already start to see that it's coming together, right? We have one option for a schedule as we've only selected one course. So let's go pick another one. Other than our Haas requirements, we know we have science classes that we need to take. Physics 1 is a course that every engineering student will have to have. So if we click on the title, we collect everything below. And again, we see section numbers, we see the CRN, which is the number we're going to need to register. We see the faculty, we see the number of seats. So right now we see there are 29 seats left in YACS. We see that this class is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So basically, as you start to build your schedule, you'll kind of see which sections make the most sense for you. So I'm going to hit schedule again, and there pops in our Physics 1 class. Now we have 12 options. Another way that you can search for classes, you see these numbers, the Physics 1100. You could actually type that in right here as well. So another course that you're going to have to take is Engineering, Graphics and Cad. So I know that that is Engineering 1200. You will one day know that that is Engineering 1200. We're going to click there. Again, grab everything available, click schedule. And now we have 105 schedule options for the 3 courses we've selected. So as you click through, you'll start to see what all your options are, right? As you're kind of picking. This number can be overwhelming, so that's where I say start to look through and see what doesn't make sense. So if you're an athlete, you can't take night classes, so this section wouldn't really work for you, right? With a 6 to 8 p.m. class. So we could go through, we could get rid of that kind of stuff. If you look at Engineering, Graphics, and CAD, they're once a week. That's the 1 credit course. But maybe we want to make sure that we have a little break between classes. So anything that appears to happen during a lunchtime, I'm going to get rid of that. And our Humans Rational, we only have the 1 section there, so we can't really change that, right? All right, so we're down to 61. We keep going through. The more classes that you add onto your schedule, sometimes you'll have more options, and sometimes it'll reduce your options. This happens when sections start to conflict. So if you see this language right here, conflicts with selected sections. So we know we can't take that section because it's somewhere in the schedule of how we've laid it up above, there's a conflict. We can see that again here, right? So however we've laid it out above, now there's a conflict here, so we know we won't be taking that one. So that's how this number will keep changing on you. And it can be a lot. or it can be a little. It all depends upon how you build it. So this is a brief run through of YACS. Keep in mind this very, very important note, which I'm about to tell you and is also written right below this video. There is a lag time between YACS and your student information system, SIS. So SIS is the tool that you're actually going to be using to register for courses. It is the tool that has the accurate number of seats in the class. YACS cannot keep up with 100+ students making changes to their schedule all at the same time. So during the registration period, the number of seats in this tool, so this line right here, don't trust it. Always make sure that you're looking at the main source, which is SIS, and YACS at the same time. You don't want to accidentally be surprised that a section is closed that you wanted to take and not really have a plan B. I will always tell you, and your advisors will always tell you, to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, and you can kind of see through SIS and YACS that that's not really going to be an issue, to have multiple options for classes. And at the end of the day, your advisor is always here to help you, just in case you kind of bump into anything that you're not sure how to navigate. So let us know.